Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Mohammed Khaula Marwan Putra, with students number A, 1, M, 2, 2, 2, 0, 5, 9. I am an undergraduate student at English Education Department in Audio-Lingual University. In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most sophisticated method in English language teaching, which is Audio-Lingual method. We're going to dive deep into this method, overview, historical, techniques, and many more. Without any further ado, let's go. The Audio-Lingual method, ALM, is a language teaching method that emerged in the United States during the mid-20th century. It was developed based on the principles of behaviorism, emphasizing habit formation through repetition and reinforcement. The method was primarily used for teaching spoken language and focused on the acquisition of linguistic structures rather than communication. It draws heavily on techniques, such as drills and pattern practice to teach grammar and pronunciation. The Audio-Lingual method is based on the principle that language is a habit, and that habit can be formed through continuous practice. In the context of language teaching, ALM emphasizes listening and speaking before focusing on other skills, such as reading and writing. The Audio-Lingual method, ALM, emerged in the United States during the late 1940s and 1950s, primarily as a response to the need for effective language teaching methods during World War II. The method was heavily influenced by the U.S. military's language programs, which were designed to quickly teach soldiers foreign languages for military purposes. As a result, the ALM focused on rapid language acquisition, particularly in spoken communication, through intensive drills and repetition. The method's foundational principles were rooted in behaviorist psychology, which was a dominant school of thought in education during the time. The roots of ALM lie in behaviorist psychology, particularly the theories of B.F. Skinner, who proposed that language learning is a process of habit formation through stimulus-response associations. According to this view, language is learned through conditioning, with correct responses being reinforced and incorrect responses being discouraged. This idea was central to the design of ALM, which relied on mechanical drills and pattern practice to reinforce language structures. Skinner's theory of language learning emphasized the role of environmental stimuli in shaping behavior. According to this view, language learning occurs through a process of conditioning, where learners respond to linguistic stimuli such as words, phrases, and sentences, and these responses are either positively reinforced or corrected if inaccurate. There are several techniques in ALM like 1. Dialogue memorization. Students memorize dialogues which typically reflect real-life situations. This helps learners internalize grammatical patterns in vocabulary and context too. Backward build-up expansion drill. This technique involves breaking down a sentence into parts. The teacher models the last part of the sentence first, and students repeat. The teacher then adds earlier parts until the entire sentence is reconstructed. 3. Repetition drill. The teacher says a line, and the students repeat it, practicing pronunciation and intonation. 4. Chain drill. One student speaks a line to another, who then responds and passes the conversation to the next student, creating a chain of interactions. 5. Substitution drill. Students repeat a sentence, but substitute one element with another, for example, changing a subject or verb, helping them learn sentence structure flexibly. 6. Transformation drill. Students are given a sentence in one form, for example, affirmative, and must change it into another form, for example, negative question. 7. Question and answer drill. The teacher asks questions and students practice responding quickly and accurately. This helps learners get comfortable with conversational exchange. 8. Use of minimal pairs. The teacher highlights pairs of words that differ by only one sound, helping students develop better pronunciation by distinguishing similar sounds. Here's how you can integrate Google Translate, Elsa Speak, and ChatGPT into an audio-lingual teaching method. 1. Google Translate. Google Translate can serve as a helpful tool for providing quick translations, teaching vocabulary, and reinforcing correct pronunciation. In the context of ALM, it can be used in the following ways. Vocabulary building and reinforcement. Use Google Translate for word-to-word translation drills. The teacher can present a word or phrase in the target language and use Google Translate to show the translation in the learner's native language. Students can then repeat the translation and practice using the word in different sentence structures. Word drills and substitution exercises. Google Translate can be used to generate multiple translations for a word or phrase in different contexts. These words can be substituted into pre-structured sentences for repetition drills. For example, the teacher could give a sentence in the target language, and students could practice substituting one word at a time while maintaining the sentence structure. Sentence and phrase drills. Pattern drills. The teacher can input a sentence into Google Translate in the target language and ask the students to listen and repeat it. Once the students are comfortable with the sentence, the teacher can change certain elements of the sentence, such as the subject, object, etc., and ask the students to repeat the new sentences. 2. Elsa Speak. Elsa Speak is a language learning app designed to help learners improve their pronunciation and speaking skills using speech recognition technology. This app can be seamlessly integrated into the Audio-Lingual method, where pronunciation and fluency are key. Pronunciation drills. Speech repetition practice, Elsa Speak, can be used to practice pronunciation by providing immediate feedback on how closely the student's speech matches the correct pronunciation. After listening to a model sentence or phrase provided by the teacher or within the app, the student repeats the sentence, and Elsa Speak analyzes the pronunciation. This mimics the repetition drills that are essential in ALM, intonation, and stress patterns. Elsa Speak can help students practice correct intonation, stress, and rhythm in spoken sentences. The app provides feedback on stress patterns and can be used in ALM to ensure students are speaking the sentences with proper rhythm and emphasis. 3. ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be integrated into the Audio-Lingual method to create interactive dialogues, provide example sentences, and correct students' language use. It can facilitate pattern practice, engage students in conversation, and even offer immediate feedback for reinforcement, dialogue practice, and pattern drills. Creating dialogues, teachers can use ChatGPT to generate realistic dialogues or conversations for students to practice. These dialogues can follow common sentence structures or vocabulary patterns that students need to practice. Students can practice repeating these dialogues, mimicking the intonation and pronunciation of the text. Pattern transformation drills. ChatGPT can help generate transformations of the same sentence, such as converting a statement into a question, negation, or command. This allows students to practice changing sentence structures while maintaining the same pattern. The Audio-Lingual method ALM, based on behaviorist principles, focuses on habit formation through repetition, drills, and reinforcement to develop listening and speaking skills, making it effective for beginners. However, its reliance on repetitive drills can make learning feel mechanical and does not always help students apply the language in real-life situations. The method also lacks creativity and limits student-teacher interaction, which can make learning feel restrictive. Despite its decline in popularity, techniques like dialogues and drills from ALM remain valuable. By combining these with more communicative activities, teachers can create a more engaging and effective language learning experience, balancing ALM's strengths with modern methods.